What's up, world? Today is July 17th, 2023. It'd be a Monday. Um, yeah, feeling really good today. I think all good vibes. Just a great day at work, great weekend, and looking forward to the rest of the week. Let's see what I do this weekend. I feel like I did a lot. Let's see. I went to the SAC Museum, which is like Strategic Air Command. And that was like really fun. I went with my girlfriend, and that was a blast. Saw a bunch of airplanes. I love airplanes. Um, Originally, when I was like little, I wanted to be like a pilot and stuff. Went to college for that, and then ended up not doing that. But uh, yeah, learned how to fly. Got to do all that. That was cool, and still love airplanes to this day. Got to see a bunch of cool planes all the way from like World War II to I guess like Vietnam era, and that's pretty much those ones there and everything in between the Korean War and all that. It's always fun looking at those and tell my girlfriend about little histories and whether she cares or not. She seems like she had a good time, and I think she just likes to see me like excited or whatever. But um, and then she actually they have like flight simulators there uh that you can pay and do like 3 or 4 minutes or something. And there's actually she insisted on doing that, which was like awesome. So that was a blast. I really love that. Uh that reminded me of the time I took like my kids there, and I got to do the simulator with my son, and that was like super awesome. I just remember he was like super nervous, and I always love seeing that kid just like conquer fears. Like he's kind of a cautious kid and a little reluctant to try things out of his comfort zone. So when he does push his comfort zone and uh kind of like beat it, he's like never happier. Like that's like the best time to see him. And I remember we were on there and we're like he was flying and you push a button to like change controls, so he kind of got stuck upside down and stuff, so I like he pushed the button for me to like help him, and so he let me fly around. And uh he told me like you can like dogfight in the game if you want to, so I was like, should we try to shoot something down? And he's like, sure. And so I like barrel rolled into it and like went or like flipped over and dove down and like did all these crazy things, and he was like uh having a good time and flipping out, and I was like so proud that he didn't quit because there's like a little quit button um that you can push and it shuts it down so you can get out early if you need to. And he went the whole time and he was like having such a blast, or so I thought, which I think he did. But after you're done, I was like, dude, I'm so proud of you. You like didn't push the quit button. You did the whole time and you did great, man. I'm like so proud of you. And he said like he was trying, but he couldn't find the quit button because it's like dark in there. So even though he tried to quit, he didn't quit. So I'm gonna give him that one. He did it. But still proud of him. And I think he's proud of himself, and like because he did it. He did the whole thing. And I don't know, I love seeing my kids like accomplish stuff like that. But just like little fears, little wins, to boost their like motivation and confidence is always good. So it made me think of that. And the good time with her too. So um, let's see. Did some photography, not very much. Went downtown in Omaha, downtown Omaha, Old Market. Got some. I don't know. I haven't like edited them yet, or posted them. But I'll probably get around to doing that maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's cool. But check out if you haven't, check out my photography, Minion of Kios. I think it's in my about me or whatever on Instagram. Kios is like Coeus, Minion of Kios. Check it out. Um, what else? My girlfriend got me the shirt. Pretty awesome. I don't know if you can see it. Boom, boom. Hometown Hero. Actually, it's like just the greatest band that didn't last very long. Um, Absolutely love those guys. I think the lead singer sings in like AWOL Nation now, if they're still going. I don't really know, but they actually like got the shirt custom made for me because I was always looking for like their merch, which I don't even know if they have, but pretty dope shirt. Um, so yeah, just a good weekend overall. Just like kind of nice to get out and about. Um, I miss didn't get to see my kids. Like, like of course I miss them. But I know they're asking me for like sleepovers and stuff now. So for this next weekend, so that'll be a blast. Um, but I'm sure they're probably up to something with their mom. But what else? Work today. It's pretty good. Just steady. Let's see. Pretty standard day. Then had a couple kids. Like where they go, um, they meet with like a therapy team. I'm more of like an advocacy team. Um, dealing with uh like whatever. But so I just don't want to put anyone like on blast, but so be as vague as possible. But it's actually pretty cool. Like I got called one of them. It was like their first time doing therapy with one of our therapists, and um, they're really reluctant to do it, and was like refusing to go. So they like hit me up, and I like came over and see what was going on, and like um, yeah, it was just really good to see her. That her, I guess I'll just say it, but good to see her. Um, and I just kind of love seeing like I don't know, it's uplifting to see like kind of like she's so guarded and like pushing everyone away and pissed and angry and yelling at everyone, but then like you kind of see like that those walls come down and see her get comfortable and see her start clicking with people, and um that was really cool. I'm glad she only did maybe like 10 minutes of therapy out of her hour, but like I was still really proud of her that she like went there. Like first of all, she went to the building, which you know was a feat in itself, and then getting into the office with therapists, that was another win, and doing 10 minutes just to kind of like talk about whatever she talked about. But it was nice. And then just seeing like, the person that brought her and connecting with that family. Uh I always like that stuff. So really, really proud of her. That felt good. But then the next client that the same therapist had was another one of my kiddos. And her mom were kind of going at it, and so then like I was already there, so kind of like helped them out, did a little, just kind of talked to them. Um, and that was pretty cool. That got me thinking a lot today. Um, because it was just like you just saw these two personalities. Like, first of all, there's just like a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, um, between these two. The mom kind of having like her trauma and her history and growing up in very similar circumstances, if not worse. And then, her daughter that's kind of followed suit a little bit, but maybe not quite as extreme as the mom was. But, um, something horrible happened to the daughter, and then in the mom and the daughter's mind, because I don't know what's true or not true. Like sometimes in trauma, like the brain kind of recreates things and memories, and really memories are just memories of memories. Like when you remember something, you're just remembering a memory that you had of a memory of a memory of a memory every time you think of it. So things can get a little like convoluted and um altered, but at the same time it could be 100% true. Like there's no way of knowing that now. um I just believe what my client tells me and support her and what she says and go from there. So not to like take away from that or not, like I think what she says is true, but I'm just saying this, that it's always tricky. There's like the world is not black and white, it is gray. But aside from that, so there's these two personalities. It's like, the daughter is tough because she like wants to be angry. She like wants to be mad at her mom for what happened, and she doesn't want to like let go of that anger yet. Um like so she doesn't, like in a world right now where everyone probation, her judge, the state, like yada yada, therapist, me, everyone, her family, like everyone around her is telling her to like, heal and move forward, and ultimately to be, happier and whatever that means to her, whatever happiness looks like to her, but to move towards that. But she like wants to be angry. So she doesn't, want to like begin the process of healing or like finding that happiness yet, because right now, like, she just wants to be mad, which is like perfectly fine. It just depends on the reaction to that anger is where, we have to make sure she has a lot of support in her life to stay safe, because those reactions can be very like harmful to herself, um and dangerous. Um so there's that personality. So you have someone who doesn't want to heal yet and wants to hurt, um like working with a person that feels very like alone, and overwhelmed and like burnt out and tired, you know and it's just like goes back and forth, like the mom and daughter, like at the end of the day they're just arguing to like have like power. It's just a power struggle, like who's gonna win. It's all about, I gotta win, I gotta beat you, like in this argument, like it's all about winning, but it's not, because they both have the same goal. Like one wants, the daughter wants autonomy and freedom and like love and support, and the mom wants to feel confident in trusting her daughter and giving her freedom, and wants to like love and support her daughter. So like at the end of the day they both have the same goal. It's just trying to get them both to see that. um but it's just like which one's gonna like give. So, and kind of, you know it's both kind of like a victim mentality, and you're both trying to encourage them to like lean on their supports, kind of alter, because you have thoughts and you have emotions and you have actions, and that's kind of like where you can like produce change in your life. Like it's hard to change emotions, and emotions are valid. So like you don't ever want to tell someone like don't be angry. um like you don't want them to like hold on to anger. You don't want them to like choose to be angry in like a destructive way. But it's okay to like feel angry. Like if something happens, like feel that anger. That's cool. Like feel your emotions, whatever they are: anger, fear, confusion, whatever, happiness, whatever it is. And then there's thoughts, like how things are linked. Like some people think of, uh, I don't know, you can think of a song like by Elvis. I don't know, like whatever song, and think of some Elvis song, but it's in your head. So someone might hear that song and feel happy, have like happy memories, and takes them back to a good time. And someone hears that song, another person hears that song, same song, and then um it fills them with like sadness. Maybe it was like associated with someone they lost. Or and then another person hears that same song and maybe they get mad. Maybe something happened, that song happened to be playing, they hear that song, it takes them back to that time, whatever it is. um so it's just, thoughts are linked with triggers and things like that, which invoke emotion. And then when all that like hits you, then you have like an action or a reaction. But you have an action that comes from it. And the action could be laughing, could be crying, could be um drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels, it could be taking a handful of pills, it could be going for a walk or a run or going to the gym, it could be whatever, it could be anything. So there's going to be like an action. So it's just, it's just a matter of like between this mom and daughter, who's, both their thoughts are valid. Sometimes you need to alter those thoughts if you talk it out and you find out they aren't completely reasonable. The emotions are valid. Um, but then ultimately it's like, what can you really change? You can change the thoughts. Yeah. Emotions are tough. and not always necessary, but then the actions is what you got control over. So it's just seeing like who in this situation is going to alter their their actions and behavior. Um and like, is the mom going to change the way she speaks? Um and actually just touching on that, like as a parent speaking to other parents, or maybe, you know, someone in just any relationship with a friend or a significant other or a parent or a kid, it's like, I don't know. I think when you're like really, really angry and you're about to spew some venom, um, the best way out is just say I love you. Like that's at the end of the day, like I'm sorry you're feeling angry. I'm sorry you're feeling frustrated, but I love you. Or I'm sorry you feel confused. I'm sorry this doesn't seem fair to you, but I love you. Um, I think that's the best way. Like, don't spit that venom because sometimes you're gonna say something that you just can't take back. And like in this situation with these two people, the mom said something uh to her daughter that daughter's never gonna forget, never ever ever gonna forget, and gonna hold on to a long time to that anger, and that is gonna be really tough. So when in doubt, I love you. That's the best way to go. Um, yeah. So that was really cool. It was fun, or I enjoy working with my clients in these situations. Like, more chaos, the better. I just love it. I thrive in the chaos. I think that's like the best. I love it. Um, but yeah, and just thinking of other things like support networks, which is nice, like having people in your life to turn to and utilizing that and finding motivations, whether it's like internal or external. And I can always like elaborate on that another time if people want. If people start seeing these and be like, Matt, what do you mean by this? And Matt, what do you mean by that? Like, I'll elaborate. But um, yeah. So that was work. Really great. Um, then I came home. I ate some bomb food. Always enjoy that. Feeling healthy, feeling good. Um, Wanted to digest, so I did today. I did go walk to Ground Zero, comic shop in Ralston. Best shop in town, honestly. Um, I love it. Give them a follow Instagram. I think that's just what was it, Ground Zero Ralston. I think they have it on Facebook too. I just started following it. They asked me to follow it. I'm like, sure, I'll follow it. Um, but yeah, everything they have is like 50% off. So if it's a $3 book, $1.50. If it's a $4 book, $2. Do the math, you get there you go. But great place to just, if you're into comics, just plug in your holes in your collection. But this video is not sponsored by them or anybody because I'm like nobody. So just letting you know they exist. But yeah, but that was cool. I like walking to Ground Zero. I don't know, I guess like there and back, it's probably 3 or 4 miles. So it's a good way to digest, good way to like just get some air, get some sun, get like a little sweat on, not much of one, but it's like pretty hot in Omaha and humid. Yeah, I was gonna say muggy and humid at the same time. But like it's like humid, so um good sweat, good walk. Um Usually like I'll put in headphones. I was listening to an audiobook, so that's a good way to like listen to an audiobook on top of it. Exercise your body, exercise your mind. Um, I don't know, body, but I like them. I mean, aside from entertainment, um, usually gets like my creative juices flowing. I always get inspired. Right now, I'm just listening to Neil Gaiman's Coraline. Coraline. That's how you say it. Coraline, not Caroline. Coraline. But yeah, I know I've watched the movie a little bit. I've never seen the ending, honestly. Um, but my kids love it. I just never seen the ending. I don't think we ever really make it that far. Like I put it on and watch a little bit. It looked kind of cool. I knew it was Neil Gaiman, so I always wanted to watch it. By the way, Neil Gaiman is by far my favorite author of all time. He did the Sandman comics, which is probably the best comics ever written. And then he just writes a lot of amazing books. So If you want a good book to read, just pick up any Neil Gaiman book. Um, they're his absolute best. He's probably the best at fantasy for sure. And just his writing style. Um, Even if it's like a story that I'm not particularly like getting attached to, just the way he writes it is like so like articulate and smooth and just has this like really hypnotic flow to it that I really enjoy. So he's just a great writer. He just paints a crazy, amazing picture in your head when like with his words. So again, this video is not sponsored by Neil Gaiman. It's not sponsored by anybody because I'm nobody. um, but yeah, looking for a book, pick up Neil Gaiman. So I'll probably finish that book tonight. Pretty quick listen. It's like weird. We don't have to like read books anymore, really. As much like I love reading books. I love the smell of pages. I love turning them. I love holding the book. I love sitting down somewhere. But like life is busy, man. But like an audiobook's a way to go. Listening in my car, listen at work, listen when I walk to the comic shop or wherever I'm at, or walking around a track, or listen when I'm working out, listen when I'm doing some chores, and I can just blast through books. Um, but we live in a crazy time. It's kind of cool, kind of crazy. Um, yeah, I did that. Neil Gaiman's the goat. Um, let's see. That's really about it. Um, yeah, overall, it was a great day. I'm like in a really good state of mind. Feeling really excited for this week. Yeah, I feel really positive right now. Um, which feels good. So, yeah, tonight I'm just gonna chill. I bought some comics. So I'm gonna like go through them. I like check them off a little spreadsheet I make. So when I'm out and about, I can like keep track of what comics I'm looking for. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll do edit that photography. Probably not. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Um, yeah, do some dishes, kick back, and then if I don't finish Coraline, not Caroline, Coraline, I'll probably finish that, and then if I got time, I'll throw like a movie on or just go to bed. But um, yeah, that's it. Take care. Thanks for listening, and hopefully so somebody who needed to hear something heard something. I don't know, or not, whatever. It doesn't matter. Peace out.